Exercise 1.17. Okay, let's have a look at this exercise. So first, let's enlarge it. Oh, there are a lot of text here and some we cannot even see. Okay, let's first adjust the formatting. It doesn't help. Let me see what can be done. Okay, probably this cell is only good for one line, and apparently the sentence is too long than a line. So we select A1 and let's choose wrap text. Yes, perfect. Now we see the whole sentence. And do we need to change the layout to something else? Nah, so far so good. Okay, let's move on to the content. So for this exercise, the main idea is that we gonna fix all these cells but without actually writing any number. We will use all the existing numbers from other sheets and start doing calculations with formulas. So in the end of this exercise, you will never see anything like this. We will not type any number inside. So first, we need to figure out the monthly payment, interest rate, and the loan. And these probably are familiar to you because you just did it in exercise 1.16. So we can go back to 1.16 and find out, okay, these three figures are right there. We just need to refer to them. Here is the tricky part, and there is a part that could earn you a lot of points in the exam. That is when you refer to another sheet, that you can click on the other sheet, and you see here in the formula part, this range already moved with you to the other sheet. You can guess what will happen if you move back. Yes, it follows you to the 1.17 sheet. However, you want the data from 1.16, so you better make sure that it will not follow you back. How do we do that? So first we select what we needed, that's B1, and then instead of going back to the sheet 1.17, we press enter. Here we go. And when you look at the details, it's still referring to the sheet of 1.16, so that worked. So I guess my message here is do not go back to your original sheet, but instead use the enter button so you can make sure that you refer to the right cell in another sheet. The same goes to the interest rate. Let's do it again. Equal sign, go to the sheet, choose B2, that's the interest, press enter. One more time, and the sheet contains your number, and choose that, press enter. So now we have all three inputs without typing any information. So the idea is that if the input has changed to, for example, 17, by the way, I will mess up with the whole table, but it's no problem, it's just an example. So if I choose to change it from 80 to 70, and you will see in the 1.17 sheet, it will also change. So that is a correlation we want to emphasize, that if you refer to a cell, it changes automatically. But if you type it in, you never know, probably sometimes you update a part of the Excel but not the other part, then you have a problem of inconsistent data. So here, let's change it back before it makes any problems. So we go to the debts part, and this is actually the same calculation than the other sheet. So we refer to 1000, and then the interest is again, I have an intention to choose this one, but not really. We need to choose B11 as the input, not from the original table, and times the interest rate. And this interest rate we already learned, we need to give the dollar sign. And to be precise, only for the row. Okay, and the repayment is 80 dollar sign on the row and minus the interest, the same as 1.16. And here's the beginning of February. You would have this amount of debt minus repayment, and the interest we can drag it downwards, so does the repayment. So if you compare with the screenshot on your syllabus, this is the right answer. But as I said in the beginning, we actually never ever typed any number. So that's the main idea of this exercise. If you have input from the other sheet, and if you have a certain rule of calculation, and it's extra safe to not use any natural number in the data sheet. And of course, remember, when you refer to data to the other sheet, make sure press enter instead of going back to make sure that the reference will not follow you. That is exercise 1.17. I will see you in the next video.